coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. For their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
In last week's game by his performance, I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On first down, Cantrell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And right away, he lost the football.
Let's go! Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys in base, scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Cantrell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Off the play fake, Cantrell. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. You see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try to find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Britt, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 2nd down at 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games? There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 106 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get him there.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. What to do now on 4th and goal? Crowd as they watch.
Oh, yeah!
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They'll go with the keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
Well, So much for being backed up. It's a goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Back to throw. Cantrell. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Cantrell. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Let's go. 48's mic. 48.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Cantrell. And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So, Parker, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not in that.
And now the So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Had Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch one. Watch one.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On 1st down, Britt. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down now, it's Rice. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And that is our first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Off the bootleg, Cantrell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cantrell. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Cantrell. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Cantrell. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Shifts by him. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Whoa.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
I never seen that animation.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here Here's the home side to take over on offense.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But with the veterans,
It happens.
an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got?
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Going left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Oilers have taken the lead. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. Will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cantrell.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Finding some room at midfield. Across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll look to throw again.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Snyder able to knock this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. We had a field goal range. Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a
forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter. Runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
During the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble in second down.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
56.
I smell fear in that offense.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Oilers take the opening kickoff in the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him
extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Almost full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Cantrell completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cantrell. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The captain of this offense heading back out there, and he's getting close to that number 300. That's always kind of the benchmark for a great game for a quarterback, isn't it? 300 yards.
Similar to a runner going over 100 yards or a receiver having a 100-yard-plus day. For a quarterback to throw for over 300 yards or hit that number, that kind of separates you a little bit from just the average guys in the league. This puts you up there in the elites, and that's where everyone wants to be.
And a big reason why they're winning, obviously, too. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're at a big time right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense. About getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's bring it.
Mike Wood! Mike Wood! Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get
Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch one.
Back to throw here. Caught here left side by Brent. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to try and throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
48, Mike.
From the gun, Cantrell. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 39, 20, 10.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening. I think I'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Single.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cantrell. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It got his man complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Oilers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, now a hit and a loose football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, back the ball play, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Rip right. Check nickel.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
56.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been fighting sometimes. This game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Hey, watch the ball.
Off play action. Cantrell. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Chris Godwin, 7. 6 yards. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Another catch there for Waddle. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Mark, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Flushed out right. Completes it right side to Britt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you may be buried at his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Britt, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Looking at is
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
so the challenge there unsuccessful, and that means that he'll be out of challenges from the remainder of this ball game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Oilers are pouring it on. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes his offense, led by George Kittle. And And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to wrap
under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Cantrell got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Cantrell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite
prime time, baby,
under this entire game.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Back to throw again. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. A big play there on the catch and run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll get it down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Second and goal from the 1.
Right there, 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right. Oh, trap 60, trap 60. Check safety.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
47's the mic.
Hey, tight.
47's the mic.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye.